The National Film and Video Censors Board has solicited partnership with the News Agency of Nigeria (NAN) for the promotion of its reforms in film classification operations. Dr. Shaibu Hussaini, Executive Director of the board, made the request when he paid a courtesy visit to the Managing Director of NAN, Malam Ali Muhammad Ali, in Abuja. Hussaini, who was accompanied by his management team, said NFVCB under his watch was carrying out landmark reforms in its operations to effectively deliver on its mandate in line with global best practice. He said NAN was a crucial stakeholder of NFVCB because of its wide reach as well as its credible and authoritative reportage of the nation's creative sector.
We feel that the part that we play in the attempt to further what he wants to achieve with the new agenda will be more effective if we collaborate, if we partner with the News Agency of Nigeria, to get some of the information that we want to pass, not just in the capital cities and the rest, to the nooks and crannies of this country. Considering that, in fact, I won't say by law, but by the way NAN operates, there is no media that should not subscribe to getting their news from NAN. So that's why we came.
According to him, NFVCB as a critical stakeholder in the nation's creative sector, particularly the film industry, is expected to discharge its statutory functions in tandem with global best practices.
At the moment now, the board is moving from censorship to classification. All over the world, the idea is to actually allow some level of creativity to thrive, but we restrict some content and do that in the area of classification. So probably very soon, we're going to expunge the censor in our name and just leave it as classification. Censorship is actually a term used under the military regime and the rest, but we're going to try and move from there because globally, if you go to South Africa, it's the classification board. If you go to UK, it's the British classification board. So we are going to do more of classification. That is, if you have a content, we will classify the content, and the classification symbol will indicate what age range can watch the film. But here is a problem that we are going to have with that. We have a society that is still very media illiterate. We have a lot of media illiterates that we need to speed up in terms of the understanding of what, for them to become media literate. So this is where we need the collaboration and support of NAN to help us in our media literacy drive, because we need to bring them up to speed with those classification symbols.
Responding, the managing director of NAN assured Hussaini and his team of the agency's readiness to work closely with NFVCB to promote its activities and the nation's motion picture industry.
When you have a very competent captain who has paid his dues, who is everything, a performing artist, a journalist, an administrator, with years of experience, then you know that whatever turbulence there is in the high seas, the ship would safely dock. So we look forward to a very purposeful partnership, working relationship.
Ali, while congratulating Hussaini, said his appointment by President Tinubu to head the NFVCB was a clear manifestation of the president's determination to reposition the board.
His appointment well deserved. When people talk of round pegs in round holes, you personify that. And the appointment by Mr. President into this exalted office is not an accident. It's a clear manifestation of the President's determination to renew the country, and to also reposition the Film Classification Board, and giving a lofty vision and goal, both of which are realizable, beginning with the rechristening of the board from censorship to that of classification, in tandem with the best global practices. So once again, congratulations for coming to the News Agency of Nigeria first. We are deeply honored by that you literally hit the ground running by coming to the agency, because like you rightly pointed out, the News Agency of Nigeria were everywhere.